Yeah, I feel pretty good. I mean, unfortunately, day one we had a guy go down, and he'll be out for a good amount of time, or will Anthony, but with a lower leg deal. But so that was a little bit of a shot early, but um, I feel pretty good about the progress we've made. We've worked hard this summer at not locking guys into one particular spot, but training them to be O linemen, working right, working left, snapping the ball, like interchangeable pieces all over to try to develop them, not just I'm the right tackle, but getting them comfortable doing other things. And I think that's really paying off. I think you can see it now. We're still rotating guys, trying to find that right fit for everybody and get the competition to keep it rolling because we have some good competition going. So I've been pleased so far.
Yeah, to piggyback off of that, very similar. We have a lot of competition, a lot of depth guys, trying to figure out, who can play what and how much can you count on them. It's kind of really what you're trying to build through fall camp. We got a lot of young guys that can play. We got some transfers that can play, and we got some guys that's been here for a while, like Nate Paroli, Mike Jarvis, Marcus Clark, and Cam Cullens are kind of the top four at that spot. Then you got some other guys that are fighting for time, and that are going to contribute. So they've done a really good job of competing. Reps are premium because you only have so many reps to go around, and we probably got 8 to 10 inside guys that are trying to compete for it. So it's been fun. And the edge guys, losing Aaron Hester early kind of hurt. We lost him over the summer, but we have some guys that are coming in and competing and playing well.
Who are the returns on the O line you feel like have made a significant jump from last year to this season? Who stood out that way?
Well, I mean, there's four guys who played pretty significant last year with DJ, Christian, Aaron, and Yoop. And I really do think that they've all gotten better. Aaron looks as good as he's ever looked physically. He's always been kind of the war dog and the leader in the weight room, and he's a strong kid and led in that way. And he's actually like trimmed up a little bit, looks good. Um, but I'm moving DJ around. I told him I'm not trying to be unfair to you, but I can count on you in a bunch of different spots. So he's kind of my utility knife right now. That he's played some left tackle, some left guard, some center. And at the end of the day, just trying to get the best five out there at all times. So you got four new transfers in the room too. You got four freshmen in the room. It's like there's no middle guys. But we've had some growth from some of the young guys. But I've been pleased with the older guys who have been here. At least the base knowledge that we've had of the offense, and of course they've been around here, so they should know that, and it has developed, and they're helping the other guys. So it's been pretty smooth in that regard.
I know you dealt with some injuries last year, some significant ones. Some early, you had to move a lot of guys around. Did this line struggle to impose its will in the way that you would have wanted them to last year, maybe in part because of that? And how much of that is a point of focus for this year?
Yeah, I mean, we want to lead up front, and we want to be able to run the football when we want to run the football. And we go into we call it our inside run drill, and the first day, and everybody's looking around, and how come there's so many people? And I'm like, well, they're going to put as many people as they can put up there. We got to run the ball, and that's it. And I think that certainly, there was a lot of things that went off the rails last year that have got to improve, and I feel really good where we're at right now, and not talking about any of that, and just talking about what we need to do to be our best version of ourselves every day. And I think that the fact that I really do believe this now, moving guys all summer around, like, all right, hey, like DJ, you're going to play right tackle today. And it's like, okay, like, it's not like, well, why I got to do that? And why, there's a lot of guys in the room. It's just like, okay, I got it. And I'm pleased that is the mentality right now. And, like Coach said, reps are at a premium, and we got to take advantage of every one of them. And we just got to keep stacking days and being consistent there.
We got a chance to talk to you yesterday. What have you seen out of him?
I mean, he's awesome. I love you. He's developed into a leader in that room. It's really he and Aaron that kind of run that deal. and he's taken some of the young guys under his wing. So that I've been pleased with and his help. But he's another one. I mean, first day in the summer, I'm like, "You're gonna play center," and he's like, "Well, I was a starting guard." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I need you to be. Aaron's playing center. We need another center. I don't want to. And I had DJ, and he was just like, "Yes, coach, I got it." But he's really improved. He's another one. His body looks great. And he's just got to continue to play that way. Sometimes he gets caught just getting a little bit cute, I call it, where he's not playing as physical as you like. Just play physical and go bang something, and something good's going to happen. And he's trying to be perfect all the time. I'm like, don't be perfect, just go block that guy. And so he's come along and he's continuing to grow.
How about Birchmeyer? Is he taking the step you want to see out of him so far in camp?
Yeah, I like Alex. I mean, Alex is, took him a minute to catch up with the offense. And things we do and how come we do this, which was a good thing. But he's another one, big, strong guy who is going to play significant for us.
You mentioned some guys on the defensive line. Michael Floyd and Lorenzo Payne have been praise from other coaches. What have you seen from them? It feels like they're going to be important, even though they're kind of step up now.
Yeah, no, they both of those guys are uber talented. Not really sure how they were sitting out there available, but they're a challenge. They're a handful off the edge. They're fast. They're strong. Lorenzo is probably pound for pound one of the strongest guys on the team, which you wouldn't think it if you've seen him. But he's squatting over 600 and something pounds. Power cleans well over 3. So just watching those guys develop and get better every single practice it's been fun to watch, and they're going to play a significant role in all downs.
When you're evaluating guys like that
Mm-hmm.
are playing down a level, so
Mm-hmm.
how do you look and say, this guy can do it here? Like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you assess this?
A lot of it is movement skills and ability, but I also know where he comes from. He's from Apopka, Florida, and so I'm a little bit familiar with that area. We've coached some guys from there before, and football is a big deal there. And he has some of the same characteristics as some of the other guys that's had in the past. So it's been fun to see.
Those guys you did mention, like Mike Jarvis and Nate Peroli,
Mm-hmm.
is it like they're going to be big on the field, but their leadership, I'm sure, is going to be huge. I think Coach Quinn just mentioned Mike Jarvis' leadership. So what is that role like for them in addition to what you're expecting from them between the lines?
So, Mike has been we call him Uncle Mike in the room because he's 23, almost 24 years old. So all the players, we got some 18 and 17-year-old freshmen. And he's 23 years old. So it's been really neat to see the way he leads. He leads by example, but he's also vocal with it. He doesn't let them skip a rep. He doesn't let them, if the rep is not right, he's going to make them do it again. I mean, he's another coaching voice on the field. And so that's really nice to have when you have those guys. It's very similar to Yoop and Fenimore. Paroli and Mike Jarvis are our guys that kind of lead the front. And you add in Rel in that mix, and you got a good group of leaders.
Sam and Cam, a couple of second-year guys.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing them take the leap that you wanted to see out of them since last year?
It's been it's been kind of a little bit of a roller coaster with those two. Some days you see it and it's like, okay, there it is. That's what we remember, what we recruited. And then some days they kind of go back into freshman mode. So they're on that teeter-totter right now of it's time to grow up or it's time to, so we just push them every single day and trying to get their best. I think both of them have made steps in the right direction, and they're going to be obviously bigger contributors this year. Both of them had really good summers. Cam Cullins hit 19 miles an hour at 290. It's pretty impressive. So it's been good to see those guys develop and grow. Good.